Welcome to the Top 100 Modern Comics by Value, presented by Comic Book Wars Podcast and comicbookspeculation.com. I'm Jimmy Linguini, and I'm joined by list maker extraordinaire Sleepy Jawn.
Hey, Jimmy, really excited to do this. This has been a fun little list that we were able to put together here. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to go through it. There's going to be some surprises, some not surprises. And at the end, I think it'll be fun for everybody to get this list together, see how many you got on there, see maybe what you want to get.
Well, I've read this whole list, and I feel like it just proves what a great speculator you are, and I'm really excited to premiere it and show it to people. Like, you laugh, but like, no,
absolutely.
seriously, I was really blown away by this.
Yeah, so here's how the list was determined. We picked books from 1992 and on, which, as far as date, is the debut of Image Comics, which kind of changed the modern landscape of comics. Also, Valiant was in the works then. They started before that, but they really started to come along then. We don't have any variants, no newsstands, reprints, ash cans, second prints, no retailer qualifiers, previews, things like that. We just kept it strictly to your base comic book that came out, just to make it a little bit more fair for everybody. And then you don't have to get into all the nuances of when a book came out, why it did, etc. We didn't pick any books that were based strictly on scarcity. So there's some books out there that have a hard time getting 9.8 grades from CGC. For example, a book like Wolverine number 35 is a very tough book in 9.8 for some reason. It was kind of from what I understand, a book like that, when it was manufactured, there was something going on with how it came across the rollers and really did not produce in mass quantity high grades. So there's very few on the census, and a 9.8 NAC goes for over $600. So we don't want books like that are just high in value because there's not a lot of them on the census. We rank them by the 12-month GPA ranking for CGC. And then you'll notice there's also a trending rank or trending determination that is determined by the 90-day values. So the reason this is important is because we didn't want books that are really hot the minute that we're making this, and there's been a couple out there and sold. We all know first to market gets real high values. So we didn't want the results skewed by books that were just brand new, hot. They have to have some longevity in the market. And then we will also talk about the trending factor of it in terms of what that means for long term, if it's short term rise, if we think it's going to hang around, if it's only been hot for the past 12 months or so, things like that. So,
Great.
You want to get into it?
I absolutely want to get into it.
So the way we're going to do this is 20 comic books per episode. It's going to be 5 episodes. We may even throw in some bonus episodes. I think we're going to get through this whole list, and hopefully we have some viewer input that says, hey, you bozo, you missed this book or you missed that book. What about this one? And our intention is to respond to comments like that. Maybe there will be some that should get inserted into here. So maybe at the end, we'll end up doing a last call for books that should be on it. And in a year from now, maybe we'll revisit it, go through the list again, see what changed and what didn't. So 100 books is great, but I love seeing these ones that are right on the fringe that could have made it. So we gave you a couple bonus ones to start with, we'll call them. The first one is Spawn, number 249. We're starting off with a book that probably people were not anticipating would be on this list. This book has seen an uptick in the past couple years. It is the last issue before Al Simmons returns as Spawn. So he is in this issue. He's coming out of his problems that he was having, and it's right before he comes back into taking Spawn over. It's got a great McFarlane cover. And like I said, the past couple of years, this has really started to get on people's radar. You can see a 9.8 price over 12 months is $140. But I remember this book was selling close to 100 raw. and you can see that it's trending up. So the 90-day on this is probably higher than that 140. Also, the Spawn issues between 240 and 249 are some of the lowest Spawn issues after issue number 200. They're the lowest distribution numbers of any single printed Spawn issue. So you mix in a cool story arc, a McFarlane cover, hard to find, and you get these kind of results. So it's a pretty cool book.
Our next book is Invincible Iron Man 7, another bonus book. This is the first appearance of Riri Williams, who later becomes Ironheart, taking the Iron Man mantle after the passing of Tony Stark. This book has been trending up, and the CGC 9.8 12-month average is $142. And this book has definitely been trending up the last few months.
So here's where we actually start the list at number 100, another Spawn book. You're going to see a number of these Spawn books. Some of them you may be anticipating, some you may be surprised at. This one, I will say, in the past couple of years, is another book that has really gotten a lot of attention. It's got the great Todd McFarlane homage to his own Batman 423 cover, just in the vein of Spawn. The 9.8 12-month price is $143. Right now it's trending even. So it may be one to keep out for. It's really dried up in the raw in the wild, but you may be able to find one for a decent price. And if you can, flip that into a 9.8, have a nice little profit there.
The next book on our list, number 99, is Harley Quinn number 1, the first number 1 issue of her first ongoing series. This book has been trending down recently, but the CGC 9.8 12-month average price is $144.
Number 98 on the list, Amazing Spider-Man number 360, which has a Carnage cameo appearance. Now, there are a couple issues prior to this in which Cletus Cassidy showed up, or the Carnage symbiote, but 360 really popped on people's radars a few years back when the Venom movie came out. Now we're going to see Carnage in the next Venom movie, so I anticipate, even though that it's been trending down and the 9.8 price over the last 12 months is $146, I think in the near future we'll see this start to go back up again.
Number 97 is another Spawn book, Spawn 219 from 2012. This is another low distribution Spawn book. The 12-month average on this book has been $150, and the book's been trending even, so it means that the book either hasn't been moving or there haven't been any sales in the last 90 days.
Number 96, and this is actually tied with the last Spawn issue at $150. New Avengers number 11. You're seeing the $150 12-month price, but you're seeing it trending down. Reason being, this is the first appearance of Clint Barton as Ronin, who was in the Avengers Endgame movie. I would expect this book to keep going down over time and would not suggest investing in it at this price right now.
So you think that because the character is already showing up in the movies that the book's peaked?
Yeah, I think that now that we've seen him, usually the hype for the movies stuff and the price fluctuation comes before the movie. Now that the movie's been out, I expect it to start to go back down to where it was before the movies and before we knew it was coming into the movies.
I think that's going to be fun to watch going down. The next one on our list, number 95, is Gotham City Sirens number 1. This book is another one that's been trending down. It's the first Gotham City Sirens in title. Now, the CGC 9.8 12-month price is $152, but again, the book's been going down.
Number 94, Amazing Spider-Man number 431, has this great Cosmic Carnage cover that fans of Amazing Spider-Man have really grown to love over time. The 12-month price on it is $154, and it's been trending up. I don't know how long this is going to last, but it seems like anything with a symbiote right now is pretty hot.
The next book, number 93, is Alias 1. This is another book that seems to be trending down now that Netflix has pulled all of their shows. This book is the first appearance of Jessica Jones, and it was created by Brian Michael Bendis. The CGC 12-month average 9.8 price is $155.
One thing I want to point out about Alias is some of these books we've added the creator or the writer of the comic into the description. I think it's something to look at when we go through all of these books as to some of the same names continually showing up and them putting their foothold into the modern comics market. Number 92, here we go with our first curveball. Now, I didn't want to get too much into independent books because They can be really obscure, they can be hard to find, and not too many people are out there looking for them, so they're not often sold. But this one I felt in the past few years has come on a lot of people's radar. Cyberfrog number 2, which was published in 1994 from the small press Hall of Heroes. This is an Ethan Van Sciver comic. He was the creator and artist on this, and this is the second issue of his original series. The 12-month price on it is $158, which might be a shocker to some people out there who haven't been watching these books. Now, there haven't been a lot of sales in the 90-day window, so it's been sitting pretty even at that price.
Now, these books got a big increase in interest because of the recent Ethan Van Sciver Kickstarter, right?
Yeah, he did a
Seems good. I don't
Kickstarter.
know if that's gonna. I don't know if interest is gonna maintain, but it does say it's trending even. So I mean, that might be the writing might be on the wall for that one.
I would say personally, books like this I really like because not many people are out there looking for them. But when you do find somebody that wants it, they're usually willing to pay the price for it. So they're fun to hunt down, and I like having them in my collection just because, not many people are out there looking for them.
The next book on our list, number 91, is Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, number 1. Now, this is the first appearance of Moon Girl, and there is a TV show coming up on Disney+. The CGC 9/8 12-month price is $158, and this book is obviously trending up.
Number 90, Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2, number 36. This is the iconic black issue, which was a 9/11 tribute. The 9.8 price on that is $163 over the last 12 months, and it's been trending down.
The next book on our list, number 89, is Spawn 221, published in 2012. This is a Todd McFarlane homage cover to Amazing Fantasy 15, and the CGC 12-month 9/8 average is $164.
Number 88 is another TV property, Runaways, number 1, which was published in 2003. This is a property that was created by Brian K. Vaughan, whose name you're going to see on this list as we move forward. The 9.8 12-month is $166. And now that the TV show is somewhat wrapping up, it is seeing a trend downwards.
Number 87, Young Avengers presents number 6 from 2008. This is the first appearance of Kate Bishop as Hawkeye in the title. The CGC 9/8 price has been $171 over the last 12 months, but the book's price has been trending down.
I really think that it's trending down because people are moving towards some of the other Young Avengers main title, which were published before this Young Avengers Presents series. Number 86 on the list. Remember when I was talking about those symbiotes being very popular? How about the first anti-Venom? Amazing Spider-Man number 569, which came out in 2001. 12-month price on it is $171, but it has also been seeing a trend down over the past 90 days.
Number 85. This book was published by Image Comics in 2015, Monstrous 1. The last 12 months, the CGC 9/8 price has been $172, and this book has definitely been trending up.
Tied with Monstrous is number 84 on our list, Iron Man number 282, the first full appearance of War Machine. You might remember him from the Avengers and Iron Man movies. Don Cheadle played the character War Machine. The 9.8 price is $172, and it has been trending up, even though he has been in a bunch of movies, and there may not be much of a future for him in the MCU. I think this book has a lot of sentimental value with collectors now.
Number 83. Thor 1 from 2014, the first appearance of Jane Foster as Thor in the title. The last 12 months, CGC 9/8 copies have been selling for $173. This book has actually been trending down.
Yeah, I think it has been trending down, but I think it'll see a spike back up in the near future once more starts coming out about the next Thor movie, which Jane Foster will be part of.
That's a good point.
Number 82, first appearance of the Winter Soldier. Again, the same theme of a character that first appeared in a modern comic and was prevalent in the Marvel MCU movies. Captain America, Volume 5, Number 6, was published in 2005, and this is from the well-known Ed Brubaker run. The 9.8 12-month price is $174, but it is trending down currently.
Number 81, Amazing Spider-Man 400, published in 1995 by Marvel Comics. This book has been trending up in recent months. This is a landmark issue, and it features the death of Aunt May. On the last 12 months, CGC 98 copies have been selling on average for $176.
Now, this is an interesting one because there are actually 3 covers for this. The one shown is the gray tombstone cover. There are 2 die-cut covers. One that is a pure white die-cut cover that was, and it's embossed. It was one of 10,000. And then there's a kind of grayer embossed die-cut cover that was also more well known as the deluxe edition. Both were sent to comic shops as a direct edition. So the one that is the base cover and is holding this price is the gray tombstone cover that does not have the die-cut attachment on it. Thanks for watching the first 20 comics on the top 100 modern comics list presented by Comic Book Wars and comicbookspeculation.com. Stay tuned for the next 20 comics as we go through and explore what you may have in your collection or what you may need in your collection.
Automatics in the trunk, shoot the maggots with the pump.